Hey, hi, hello. Welcome back. Before we get right into talking about something, I'd like to call the Warframe community section a quick public service announcement. First and foremost, as the title suggests, I will be talking about people in the Warframe community, or rather content farmers in the Warframe community, who are sharing Warframe 1999 leaks, both on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, and Lotus knows on what other platforms. I will in no way, shape, or form share these leaks with you, nor will there be clips of them in this video. I do not believe in the hype that leaks create. I will also talk about the actual 1999 demo. After that, go to this timestamp if you do not care about the leaks. Anyway, so a month or so ago, some leaks about the Warframe 1999 update surfaced on Reddit. No massive deal here, this stuff happens constantly, and more often than not, these posts don't get too much traction, and it doesn't even hit the mainstream line of people who play Warframe. However, some creators in the YouTube space with a larger following happen to have also seen these posts or were notified of them, as it happens, and decided it was a good idea to publish them to their larger audiences. I am fashionably late to this as usual, but I do feel obligated to share my views on this. Now, can we make the statement swag? Who cares? It's just some leaks, bro. And usually, I disregard leaks or data mine stuff myself. However, content farmers and bigger creators in general sharing this information can have several, and more importantly, severe negative consequences. Let me tell you what those are. Number 1, it harms the developers and the Warframe community in the long run. Developers and/or publishers work with very carefully planned releases, content drops and/or dripped content constantly. That was a hard sentence. Leaks and especially data mined information can completely undermine this careful planning, reducing the developer's morale and also the impact official announcements have. Think about it. You've been working on a painting for a long time. You're very close to sharing it with the world, but your buddy sneaks a photo of it onto social media before it's even done. That just sucks. And you might think twice about painting the next painting. Number 2, it spoils the excitement and experience for players. Another public service announcement, even if you have a comment section full of players who say it adds to the hype or it doesn't affect them, this is by default bullshit, because they're the ones most looking for actual leaks and data mined content. Your metrics are skewed. I think I can speak for a lot of people. I think I can speak for a lot of people here. I don't want a new update to be spoiled, especially on accident by visiting Twitter or because someone makes a YouTube video showing leaked content. When those leaks spread, especially through larger creators who hold some weight in the category, it becomes harder and harder to avoid spoilers. It should really be common sense at this point. Number 3, it impacts general expectations. Pretty often data mined information includes experimental content that may never even make it into the actual game. Sharing this information can result in false expectations from the community and sometimes a lot of disappointment, leading to backlash against DE when the content isn't as anticipated. I don't think we have to do a whole lot of mental gymnastics to get to why this is bad. So in a nutshell, when a large creator or content farmer shares leaks, their reach amplifies all the negative effects, harming both the developers and the community significantly. When said creators then do not understand the sentiment of the larger part of the community and instead of dropping the video actually double down, I don't need to tell you what that means. The farming leaks insignificant info, clips and drama for clicks is something that becomes more prevalent throughout the years on Warframe, and it's really sad to see. It simply does not matter if you're just a YouTuber or a creator in some form of program. While you could say it carries more weight when the creator is in a program with the developer, in Warframe's case it doesn't matter. The communication between DE and creators is minimal, if any at all, aside from when TennoCon rolls around, but I digress. Meaning no one gets real special service. Again, TennoCon advertisers taken out of the equation here. DE will just as likely take offense from a run-of-the-mill click farmer as they will turn their backs on someone in their creator program. Or at least that is what we can expect of them to do. Now, I do not name names because 1, I don't associate with these people, and 2, this isn't directed towards one particular person, even though it might sound like that, but rather the whole lot of people who do these kinds of things. The last part of this, and we'll get to the demo. I'm sorry, I promise. The sentiment that sharing leaks and data mined information adds to the hype for an update or game release is not the actual outcome of this action. These creators are merely trading temporary excitement for long-term damage, which in a logical sense should tell them all they need to know about the longevity of things. Okay, now to the actual Warframe 1999 demo. I personally went into this with zero expectations, both because in the last few years Warframe has burnt that into me, but mostly because I wanted to give this update a fair chance, in case it would be entirely different from the base game, like the Plains of Duviriar. No expectations set, you load into the mission by engaging with the Techno-Rod looking module in your orbiter, where once the Conclave module stood proud. Once finally in the mission, you are situated in a garage-type structure with multiple vehicles around you. The game prompts you, as the proto-frame Arthur, to take your seat on your new Atomicycle to start the mission. The actual mission is a very simple exterminate mission, nothing wildly new about that, so I'll be skipping most of the talk about it. Shortly before encountering enemies, the game tells you how to move around on the Atomicycle and prompts you to use its abilities, which is a speed dash and you jumping off of it, sending it straight towards your aiming direction, where it'll explode on impact. Let's talk about the Atomic Cycle for a second. Atomicycle, fuck it. Warframe really isn't known for their great vehicle physics. As much as bullet jumping around the map feels insanely smooth, stuff like the K-Drive, Arcwing, or even your trusty horse just doesn't feel amazing movement-wise. Sadly, the Atomicycle in this demo, I need to say this because someone will give me shit down the line if they change it up, the Atomicycle is not an exception for one very simple reason. It feels like you're riding a slightly faster Kaith without being able to fly instead of an actual motorcycle. Meaning there is no real brake mechanic, the Atomicycle just kind of spins around 180 and you'll move backwards while you're really expecting to slow down, brake, stop, whatever. And that is pretty much the only gripe I have with it so far. One minor issue I have with it other than the movement is the lack of being able to either use your secondary weapon or, you know, have on-vehicle machine guns. Give me the Batman vibe, goddammit. Moving on to enemy and level designs, enemies in the 1999 demo are insanely fun to play against. We got chargers, we got area of effect goons, we got shield wielding tanky boys, we got new crit spots to hit, gotta be careful with not getting overwhelmed by the amount of enemies. All in all, the enemy design is awesome. So is the level design. It's dark, it's gloomy, it's techy, it's steampunky, there's roofs to jump on, there's ground to cover, the little extras like working vending machines, displays, hidden cinema areas. It all adds to a really chilly post-apocalyptic vibe that fits the Y2K era perfectly. You can tell that no detail was spared and the teams really went all out. Sound design, as always, is immaculate. The entire pacing of this demo, if you let it, slows the game down a bit. It feels less like a horde shooter and more like something like an Enra, or almost like Ninja Gaiden. Again, this is only if you let the game dictate the speed of your kills. If you go full monkey-brained Warframe player on it, it'll be a bit boring, because the enemies offer little to no resistance. I find that this demo might be the precursor to an evolution in Warframe that I welcome wholeheartedly. Slowing things down, making certain actions more impactful, switching up the futuristic environment to a more rustic post-apocalyptic vibe. Again, the vehicle mechanics need some attention, but I'm looking forward to what DE is cooking up for the Warframe 1999 update. I really hope this is the last time I have to say 1999 because it's getting on my fucking nerves. Oh, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks for watching. See you later.